Everyone say hi to the YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Funny thing, YouTube, that joke. But first, let me take a selfie. Y'all remember that joke, right? YouTube right now is processing and trimming that out of the video because I knew it. I knew that I was going to get copyright stricken and I was not going to be able to monetize on it, but I said the joke is priceless. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's joke because there's going to be many more jokes today in Honkai Star Rail. All right, so let's get started. Oh, first and foremost, I've been forgetting to do this. You know, I went to Twitch's headquarters and I said, I want to make history. So I started playing, but first let me take a selfie from the Chainsmokers from 2014. I was the first person to stream it this year. So I hope they enjoyed the money from that video because I enjoyed making the joke. And I'm sure they enjoy finally getting income from that song again.
Many people were scared.
Oh, right. There's like a puzzle here. Hi, Opal. You're doing a very solid take on a FUA team. Ideally, you'd have Aventurine instead of Lingsha and Topaz, or Mose instead of Tingyan. But wait. Topaz or Mose instead of Tingyan. But no, because I have one of these characters, right? Mose. Here's the thing, though. I know a lot of people say like the stats or something, but there's one thing that people haven't noticed. She's gorgeous. I'm kidding. I know what you're all talking about. I just want to be funny. No, we noticed. Hi, Rye. Rye, I know that you're a Nicki stan, but the new Megan album, you gotta get into it, Rye. It's really good. The new Megan album is really good. I honestly, like, I've never really been the type of person, like, I've never said that her music is bad, but I just think that, like, she's really stepped into her flow. Like, she's found her, I really hate to say, oh, she's found her voice. Like, she's a successful artist. One of the most relevant people in our culture right now. She works hard. But, like, this, there's a sauce to this album that's different. Don't call me a Nicki Stan 2025. That's so real. That's so real. That's so real. When I start seeing her live streams now, I'm like, ooh, girl, are you okay? Because I know how I am when I'm sitting on my phone like this, looking crazy. So if Nicki's doing it, then girl, something must really be going on.
Can't believe that worked. Tampering with the dreamscape's gravities.
What are we thinking of the new Halsey album? Oh, I gotta listen to it tonight. Oh, dang, I gotta listen to it tonight. The Great Impersonator. The Great Impersonator. Ditto.
Let's be friends.
Your team sucks from a meta standpoint because why is Ting in there instead of Nouvellette? Like, you're just dilly-dallying at this point. Chori, when I want you to know that when I read that, I was like, who is saying that right now? Because I'm triggered. And I saw it was you. I was like, Chori must be making a joke because let me finish this out because I know Chori's being silly. Because the last time I read something like that, I had to ban somebody. Hopefully she isn't in here to hear you say that. I don't think Nicki knows what Twitch is. I think she knows what Twitch is, but I don't think she cares. I think she thinks it's lame.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem.
You got nervous for sending it?
Yeah.
Who are these funny guys?
Listen to the fine.
Oh, that's right. Didn't we get a fun little card for Miss Girl? Your Star Rail team had 3 DPS.
I venture forever. Victory is inevitable.
Slaying is inevitable. Meal products are inevitable. Deals are inevitable. Yes. Okay, what are they going to say? Because these guys are so unhinged. TikTok, you look tired, dear guest. You look like a microwave that ran into a memory zone meme. Did you not have your dinner during your morning workout? Good thing I can help your baseball bat recharge its stamina. In the future, be careful with the Starn's height and the calories. Should it not exceed the Roche limit, or plenty of toilets. I just take Ozempic. You don't have to worry about that. I just take Ozempic by meal. Girl, you know I'm never gonna... Oh, okay. Chibi Robo Puzzle. Right, the clock was telling me I needed a calorie deficit. I said, girl. TikTok. I think I just spoke a bunch of gibberish. Girl, you're on Ozempic. Why am I telling you about calorie deficits? That rhymed. TikTok, thank you for fixing me up. May you soon become the interstellar fuel number 54 of your dreams. That clock said, girl, I'm acting crazy. Don't listen to me. Hello, I feel so dead after today. Went to London and got some free tickets for an esport event. I just wanted to shop for cute clothes, but we ended up watching the esports, and little did I know I was going to be the subject of 5 hours of auditory torture. I can't handle the loud sounds. All I needed right now was a chill dilly-dally with street. Well, were there cute gamer boys? Because that's the only reason why I would go to an esports event. Unless I'm invited to compete, which I never will be because I don't play meta. I do the Sugi approach where I say, so, where are the cute gamer boys? Wait, were you doing a league finals? Oh, girl, I bet that was wild. There were some shirtless cosplayers. I mean, it's 2024. When is there not? I'm looking for something a little bit more. You know, when it comes to the cosplay, the manly pop cosplay serve, I'm not going to say that the shirtless moment isn't bad. Like, we all love, you know, what do they do? It's like shirtless Sonic, shirtless Mario, shirtless Bowser, you know, fill in the blank. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, but I need a little bit more glam. A little bit more glam. It was the league finals, yes. Shirtless Alphabet. Yes, now after you know, Wicket coming out, shirtless Alphabet is so in. Why didn't anybody do shirtless Elphaba for Halloween? That would have been so slay. Like, could you imagine like going to like a really like gay boy space, and there's just a bunch of himbos, and one guy is just like painted all green with a witch hat. I'm Elphaba, duh. You know, like that's just like, it's so funny. Like, did anybody do that? I hope somebody did that somewhere in the world. If they did shirtless Elphaba, the actress would come for them. That's actually so true. I'm sure some tweak in a tweak in a black speedo, girl. The funny thing is that would actually, I'm sure that happened, and they probably thought that they ate, and they probably did for like a good 40 minutes.
Dangerous thoughts. Harmony and unison.
Y'all, when I get that body I'm working on, get ready for shirtless Elphaba next year. I'm gonna be shirtless Elphaba. Anything unhinged. Wait, this enemy looks really cool. And the music sounds good. That could be a Pokemon, right? Like a fighting steel type? Anyway, let's destroy it. Shirtless Agormi.
Never hesitate. I won't do.
May the foul stench dissipate. Yeah.
I love that Lingsha calls everybody stinky. Shirtless Babadook would be... That actually would be furious.
The truth. Everything in this world.
It's either you have to, if you're in the alphabet club, you have to do drag, fill in the blank, or I can't say the word. What's hoochie, fill in the blank. There. That's some more PC way of saying it.
Wonders to
Yes, my favorite battle theme is also Welcome to My World Dumpster Bunny. I'm kidding. I know you're talking about the Penacony. I actually can't focus if I don't have Robin singing. Shirtless RuPaul. I'm thinking there's so many different ways that you could do that. Like, I think it's possible. I think we're getting close to the point where we can start making like comedic, sarcastic takes on like typical costumes. And like some sort of like weird messed up RuPaul would be so perfect. Because RuPaul is like has such an iconic image. All you have to do is like alter one part of the look and it turns into like something else. But everything else will look like RuPaul. Pink-haired mustache muscle guy from HSR. That's what I will be next year. That's what I'm aiming for too. Let's retry this. I need to find some.
This one looks dangerous.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to that after a bit. Out of drag RuPaul is kind of a horror to you.
Let's say something.
I love Out of Drag RuPaul. She seems. RuPaul is like, I don't know, a certain level of like. She's so spacey. It feels like she's so spacey.
Listen to the final song of what resonate all together.
Nightwing. They call that wall crawler builds. Don't ask me why my For You page has that, but it has a lot of that. I can't tell if my For You page is telling me that I look like it or if that's what I like to watch. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe it's a little bit of both.
Doors echo.
I feel like she has secret passages in her house. Right, and they're like, I feel like she has secret passages in her house and it would seem sinister, but it's actually just like her like making like a theme. Like, I feel like she has a secret passage that's like all Madonna artwork or like, I don't know, like
Yeah, it's over already.
her favorite like,
Fast one for you.
her favorite like, I don't know. I just feel like she would do something weird with it.
This one looks dangerous. Leave it to me.
She got that coffee in her three-piece suits. That's basically RuPaul incarnate. Okay, so I need to figure out what's going on. Hi, Alex. Because you can go down here. If you get a little bit of goop, you can go down here. Because like what you do, you're supposed to use the goop by Gwyneth Paltrow. Is that her name? There's something down here. No, I think it's just decoration. I don't know. What is this? Oh, for sure. There's some kind of puzzle in the fireplace that would need extensive shared knowledge to complete. Yes, that's what I'm. Yes, right. That's exactly on the nose. Shortcuts from one closet to another. Let's go back up here and see what happens. Why are you telling me about this now? Concave and protruding corner. This place looks like my room.
Where are you hiding?
Hey. You found me. You're trying to fix your Star Rail account? Just get Faye. That's all you gotta do. I have her. She's also really bad. Oh. Oh. Okay. I don't know what's going on in here. There's something weird about this place. It like There's something weird about this place. I also want to fight this thing, but I think it's higher level than me. It's like 64, 60, 50. We need to do some leveling. So I need to synthesize two things here. I went to Home Depot today, and y'all, why didn't anybody tell me that Home Depot has everything? Like, Home Depot literally has everything. If you wanted to build a whole house, you could just go to Home Depot and buy it. It was so fun being in Home Depot.
Only consistent practice can.
I was like legitimately like everything is in here. Like you can literally just get anything in here. That really gagged me.
Under a red silken canopy, fragrant spices swing from each corner.
I'm upset because there were no shirtless set cosplayers. Oh. Penacony is totally normal. Nothing out of the ordinary could happen. Just a fun place to party. I don't live in a country that has Home Depot, but it sounds great. Well, it is Home Depot after all. Yeah. Home Depot is basically a superstore for like anything home related, like kitchens, flooring, wood, construction, gardening, everything in the home. Everything in the American
This
home.
one looks dangerous.
Let's try it now. Hi, Lycori. Lycori Soria. Lycori Soria.
Harmony and unison. A thousand wonders. Fight as one.
Home Depot and IKEA is my home. Yeah, it was fun. I was like really inspired. I was like looking at the prices. That's the reason why I didn't go. I was like, oh, everything construction related is expensive. I was looking at the prices. I was like, between me and my boyfriend, we could get this fridge. Between me and my boyfriend, we could get this sink. Between me and my boyfriend, we could get this light fixture. Like, it's not, well, it is something, but it would be like a nice investment. I'm also like becoming like an old maiden. So like, things like sinks really excite me. Anyway.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly.
An old maiden type of sink. Chloe Grace Moretz came out as lesbian. Another one for the gays. Wait. Is that who I think it is? Hold up. Googling now.
Tired already? You'll
Chloe
require
Grace
integration.
Moretz. No, because I have been standing her since, what was her like early projects? Because I remember I was like, that girl she is like so me. Her earliest projects were, let's scroll down. Okay, prolific actress. 1, 2, 3. Every year she's in a movie. Every year she has been in a movie. Every year she's been in a movie. Every year this girl has been in a movie. Oh, honey. Booked. Her first movie was in 2004. The Guardian. In 2004, Chloe Grace Moretz has been on your television screens. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's why we stand. And that's why we always win. We have a Home Depot adjacent here, but it also sells anything else. I got 210 T-Bucks for $10 yesterday. I love that.
The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Your favorite part of interior designs is dining rooms? I was really into flooring. I was really into wall stuff. You know, like stone, like tiles. Oh, I loved looking at the tiles. I was like, how much is all this? Like, how much would it be? Like ballparking it. I was like, oh my goodness. Like my mind was racing.
Fangs and claws.
Dude. Okay, let's go for the dogs first. We did our equilibrium, so this is kind of hard. Is Home Depot a Mio brand subsidiary? No, but they did have a lot of Mio tiling in there. I think that's why I was like really loving it. Bedroom decoration is so fun because it's like, how do I want my little hideaway to look? Yes.
Harmony and unison.
Did I level up her weapon? Yeah, I leveled up her light cone. Okay. Let's try to go for the dogs because the dogs are gonna explode. So we're gonna do this ultimate, and we're going to try to feed ultimate meal boosts to Lingsha.
A thousand wonders to fight as one. Yeah. It's okay.
Whew, they bite hard. That is intense.
Let's be friends.
I don't know if Robin's going to survive.
Show me what you can do. I'll give you fearless knows not fear. Too slow.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Be of your body and mind. The
Oh,
truth,
girl, heal again.
everything in this world.
I didn't do the festival, no, but I did see the game and I saw the last cutscene. Her being in the flower carriage. She said it like 3 times. We were freaking out. She was like, I woke up in a flower carriage today.
I venture for forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
We're living on a prayer today, girl.
Never hesitate!
No, no, I almost had it. I might have to level up. Let's do some more leveling up. Yeah, Undyne, I'm starting to notice. Okay, let's do some leveling up here. Let's see if we can enhance this. Is this like synthesizer stuff? Oh, it's Calyx stuff. At the risk of boring everybody, I do kind of want to... I might do Calyx stuff and try this boss one more time, and then if it doesn't work, then I'll just move on. I just really like doing the bosses, honestly. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's get some stuff. And from what everybody's telling me, these are like really... This is a really long story, so... What's the rush, you know?
May song bring us victory. Harmony.
Let's yeah, let's go ahead and do that though. Hi Tate, how are you?
Everything in this world is bleeding.
The only rush is by Troye Sivan.
Be of your body and mind.
I feel the rush. I honestly like. I'm never really liked Troye Sivan. And low key, I think I mean I'm kind of delusional. I think I could do Troye Sivan. I could do Troye Sivan's gig, and definitely give him a run for his money. But I don't have money or the social capital to get there yet. But I will say that the Charlie XCX Troye Sivan Sweat Tour is like kind of iconic. It's the first time I've ever seen like openly sort of like queer art be so mainstream and celebrated in such a way. That was really cool. I don't know any Troye Sivan songs though. But I'm also delusional. I'll like watch anything and be like, oh, I could do that if I had money. I think it's the Capricorn in me. It was such a great show. The energy was definitely way more hype for Charlie though. Yeah, I heard that it was like that, which I kind of feel bad, but that's kind of the case for a lot of like the gay boys in music. Like Lil Nas X like is always getting dragged, but he doesn't do anything different than any of the other pop girlies. And in fact, he honestly tries to give a show. But like for some reason it's just so hard for like the gay boys to get the same like hype that the pop girlies get. I don't know why. I liked J. Christ by Lil Nas X. Nobody else did though, so hi Harley. Eventurine's coming soon. I'm gonna trust everybody and just say right, Broom. No, that's so tea. Me watching America's Next Top Model when I was like 13 being like, I think I could do this. I think that's like part of like why people like certain like entertainment. I mean, I notice it in my content too. Like when you include the audience in it, it's kind of like
or maybe I'll take it.
it's just theoretical. It's like aspirational. It's fun. Mama, a Mariah Carey behind you. It's time. Oh, the Christmas. I always hated on The Weeknd, but recently I low-key started listening to all of his songs. That's funny.
Everything in this world world.
Make sure to look at the recommended talents to level up for Faye. The game tells you what talents best to prioritize. Oh, okay.
Putting it all together.
Watch your head.
All I want for Christmas is a pack of smokes.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Forever. Triumph.
That's how Mariah Carey will be singing a song on November 1st of 2178.
Never hesitate. Too slow.
I like laugh about that, but I do think like if we found a way to extend human life, rich people would definitely take it. I don't know if I would want to live longer than 100. If I could extend like my physical peak, like before things start hurting, if I could extend that, then I would get it. But I don't want to be like old forever, because then that will hurt. Okay. So we have enough of those. I think we can synthesize these. I like that it takes me right to it. You've been watching people do character creator for Monster Hunter Wilds beta. I've seen some of them, and girl, they make some really gorgeous characters. It's a really nice character creator. I love it. I love it. I hope to one day get to a point where I can like afford a better PC so we can do those like high fidelity character creators without my computer exploding, or like sim stuff. Okay, so we enhanced that. Okay, so that's maxed out. Somebody said to look at the talents for Faye. Faye is like my main damage dealer, right? So I want to make sure that she's ready to go. These are the talents, right? I think these are what they're telling me to use. Top right, recommendation, ultimate. Okay, then the skill, ultimate and skill. Okay, so let's work on those then. Hi, by the way, Pixie. I don't know if I said hi to you. I just started singing when you said that. Okay. I don't want any of those. Can I make something for that material? No, I don't want to do that one. I want to do the other one. Material exchange. No, a synthesis. Material synthesis. Can I make these? Meteor. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. Material synthesis. That's not enough. I was trying to make like a bulk amount and just like have a little bit of leftovers. That's not enough. That's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. I'm running out of stuff. Okay. I mean, Faye's expensive. What can you say? Faye's expensive, so put it all in. Put it all in. I would use embers only if it's an emergency. Great way to greet Pixie. Are you able to ascend anymore? The enemies will have more resistance when they're higher level. No, I think I hit maximum ascension. Right now I'm like 60s and the highest enemies are like 64. It's like looking purple, and if after my like Genshin stuff, Genshin, when you see purple, that means girl, slow down, pump the brakes, pump the brakes. Okay. Beauty and power don't come cheap. Girl, be calm. Exactly. They said, why are you trying to beat this game so fast? Okay, so we got some purple. Now let's go down here. Use Tears of Dreams to replenish. No, I just need to level this up some more. Let's make some more of these bullets. I need more bullets. Oh my god, I'm using so many materials. My addiction to Primo Gems has led me to draining my material bank. I don't know if I can take this. Did I say hi to you, Ube? Hi, Ube. I know you're saying hi to everybody. Okay, oh, let's just make like 10 more. Jeez. I don't use any destruction characters. Thank you. Okay, recommendation. Talent. Talent, 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 talent. I've got enough of that. Hi, Josu! You picked up some things at Target and some cookies? Launched a harpoon at the train and now I'm here. Josu, I went to Target today. Oh my god, Josu! Did you see me at Target? I was at Target. Did we all go to Target today? Oh my gosh. Now, the Target that I went to looked like it was ran through. Girl, I have never seen a physical... Y'all know how, like, the aisles are made of, like, a steel structure that's bolted into the ground? I saw in the kids section, the toy section, the aisle was crooked. It was shifted. Like, somebody pushed the aisle. It was crooked. And I saw underneath, where nobody's cleaned since the store has opened. Oh, it was like yellow and brown in the toy section. So. Did you find an old Pokemon card? No. I found a lot of other old things, though. Were they selling MLO toys? No, it was that post-Halloween rush. People will ransack an entire... Americans will ransack every town in this country on the day after Halloween. They will ransack it. Okay, so the next thing I need is... I need to level up her because she's my healer. Lingsha is my healer. I wonder if I have a better card yet. No. I think people told me that this was her best card. So... let's go do this Calyx. The MLO Asbestos was down there. You have 2 of her special talents unlockable, so if you need to get those as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. I did notice that I had some other, like, things, but I'm also, like, kind of a distracted person, so I'm just kind of, like, all over the place. But we'll get there, we'll get there, we'll get there. Let's do Hammy's Aventurine.
I hope for an end to strife in the world.
Yeah, the day after Halloween and Valentine's Day, yeah. I personally didn't want any candy, but my boyfriend did, so I was like, let's go. Black Friday ain't even all that anymore. People used to fight for stuff now. Yes, there's no point in going to a Black Friday sale. You need to literally send a letter to my door saying this TV is 90% off at Black Friday. And even then, I'm like, I don't want a TV. You know what would get me on a Black Friday sale? Gaming hardware. Could you imagine like pre-built PCs, like on like any of those like PC building sites, if they mark their stuff down like 50%? Oh, it would be gone. People would be buying that stuff up. Nobody wants a Roku TV for 20% off. We already got one on Amazon.
Watch your head.
Everything in this
Post
world
AK Natasha. It works too.
Bust. Or maybe I'll
I feel so bad because all the yesterday's candy that was left, and there was a lot left. I also want to say that I saw a TikTok about Halloween and how like some students or anybody really, but I did see a student saying it specifically that they felt like they had a lot of work to do and they couldn't enjoy Halloween and they felt like they were left out. And I didn't really think about that at the time, but it's pretty rough, but it happens. There's always next year. And if it's not next year, I mean, honestly, if you had to take Halloween off or Halloween off to work on your future, it'll pay off, and it'll pay off in the end. You'll have endless Halloweens and a lot of money to celebrate it, as opposed to being like a drunk poor college kid trying to have fun in a Shein outfits.
spend freely.
We want Overwatch coins discounts. They should make the whole game free and just put ads on it. Put ads in the queue. Each character has 3 special talents that really makes them better. You can also enable on the description, making it more simpler and shorter to read. I know about that, but when I am off stream, I'm a little bit more.
Or maybe I'll
When I'm on stream, I'm a little bit more distracted. Do not give them ideas. They should go with the YouTube format. Everything's free, and you can pay like a membership or something, and it's just ads. Overwatch queue is long enough to have a lot of ads. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think they should have kept Overwatch paid. I do think that Overwatch has gotten a lot of longevity in like the sort of culture because it is like free to access and play. But it did significantly change. But oh, there was a book that came out that talked about Activision Blizzard. It was a journalist who basically broke a lot of news about the stuff in the workings and ongoings of like how Activision Blizzard runs as a company and why people like Jeff Kaplan left. There was a whole section on Overwatch, and Overwatch like significantly started to change. Like the CEO of Activision basically set his predatory sights on the team that made Overwatch and said, "You're the next Call of Duty." Like literally he said in meetings that he wanted to make Overwatch like Call of Duty. And that was the beginning of the end. And that happened around after the launch of the Overwatch League. And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." Because you know me. I love the tea. Okay, so recommendation for her is ultimate skill talent. Okay. Do you ever see the team you're using and think, what conversations these characters would have? Like, what does Faye and Aventurine even have in common? I feel like they like to bicker a lot. And I think Faye probably enjoys Aventurine's like sassiness. Because, you know, she's an ally or whatever. She's like, "You're so sassy." I love it. You're always going to keep it real with me, girl. And Aventurine's like, "Girl, I know. That's why you love me. That's why you always keep me around. That's why we're always doing these calyxes together. Because you know that I'm always going to tell you when your ponytail is not high like it normally is." And Faye's like, "Girl, you know me so well. I love gay guys." That's the relationship between Faye and Aventurine. Who's Faye? Oh, Faye is my sword girl. Her name is in Chinese, and I am country American, so it's kind of hard for me to. I've been learning. I think I've been getting better since I started playing Hoyoverse game. But Fei Xiao. The X's always get me. The only X word they taught me in school was xylophone. They can't cause Overwatch players. Because Overwatch. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's why it never worked. That's why Jeff Kaplan left. Bye, Compy. See ya. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jeff Kaplan was kinda... I thought he was a cutie patootie, for sure. He had a really nice spirit about him. Xylophone and Xerneas, that's all the X words I know. Okay, let's make more of these. Whew. The girls are getting expensive. Don't forget X-Men. Don't forget X-Men. You were so right, actually. Don't forget X-Men and Charlie XCX. Yes. Sound them out. Charlie XCX. Dude. Okay. I don't want to use these. I need to make more of these. Charlie is my favorite. Hi, Emily. Okay, let's go back to Faye and see if we can get those talents too. That I'm not gonna worry about stuff that just looks like too much to grind right now. But I think we can definitely get that. The let's just go ahead and get it. I need like 3 of them. 5% boost to defense. I'll take it. Okay, so my healer and my damage dealer are topped up, and my 2 buffers are, you know, all the girls are buffing. Let's go back to where we need to go and try that again. Facial seems like the type to accidentally read you without intending to. Yeah, she definitely does. Fawn, after Halloween, what would you rather do? Do little goody two-shoes puzzles and bosses, or completing an Ori map with lots of puzzles? I did like Ori a lot. Ori was fun. I think I would, if I had to do it over and over and over again, I would do Ori, because Ori's a little bit more snappy. Little Goody Two Shoes is more like puzzle, so you'll solve it before you can actually execute it. Because some of the puzzles required as a physical execution of it, whereas Ori was all about just reaction. I think that would be fun to do over and over again. Let's do this. Okay, let's try. My chat is lagging, so I'm gonna see if I can see it through Fawn stream. But right, and Pokemon is not dialogue heavy, so it's awesome and repetitive. Pokemon. Started playing Pokemon Sumo in Italian yesterday, so I can learn the language. I've said this, and I think people think I'm joking, but I really am not. Pokemon taught me how to read. I remember being in school and learning how to sound out words. And when I got my first Pokemon game, I would sound out all the Pokemon's names, and I would read the dialogue. It was it had come into my life at a time where I was learning how to fully read. And Pokemon was the only reason. I never opened a book. I did open books when I had to for school, but I did not read in my free time. I just played video games. And look at me now.
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds.
Okay, so let's see if I'm effective against these dogs now. Yes, I'm way stronger. Stronger than yesterday. Now it's nothing but my way, my...
Stars echo. Welcome to 1,000 minus 1.
The Elder Scrolls expanded your vocabulary. Final Fantasy taught me half my vocabulary. Final Fantasy, I think, is the reason why I got so much into fantasy and mythos. Because like I said, I never really got into books. I mean, as I got older, I did start to appreciate literature. But like as a kid, I just cared about fun, sparkly things. And Final Fantasy references so much mythos that eventually I was like, why do they keep saying that? What is that? Did they make that up? And then I would look on the wiki and I'd be like, oh, this is based off of a book. Okay. This gorilla just wants me to fight it. Let's just fight their gorilla. Ignore the dogs. Get the gorilla.
Dangerous thoughts.
I'm over it.
Show me what you can.
Be of your body and mind. The truth burns clear as everything in this world is bleeding. 1,000 fight as one. Night. Stars echo.
Do you have relics for your characters? Yeah. Like equipment? Hi, Christian. I just recently did an equilibrium, so like everything is scaled up, and 2 of my characters aren't fully leveled up. But I do think that I can do this. I just have to make the right choices and heal at the right times. Thankfully, my healer actually adds a lot of break to the boss. Okay, so I can't break him. I wonder if my ultimate will just ignore that. Let's try it. It doesn't. Okay, so now we know that.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly.
I don't, that set me back. Now I know the ultimate won't affect him when he does that, but I'm also going to save my Lingsha ultimate for when I'm actually like really low health. I wish I could have like gotten started with more like energy so I could have done the techniques before I started. Have you ever tried D&D or tabletop RPGs? Final Fantasy was inspired by D&D. Watching you roleplay as a character would be so fun. I really get into RPGs, and honestly, I love RPGs down. I'm kind of like a really reserved and introverted person, so I've never really had a chance to do tabletop. I'm like kind of annoying with my boyfriend because he's the only person I've ever met in my entire life who would play tabletop games with me. And like I didn't really get a chance to do that until adulthood, so I've never played D&D, but I know a lot about it. I used to watch like hours of footage of people playing D&D, even the most boring things, so I just thought the game was really fun. Baldur's Gate 3 is the closest to like a D&D campaign that I've ever done. I played Divinity Original Sin 2 as well, which is kind of a close adaptation as well. But I would definitely do it. The thing is like the setup and the organizing and stuff, I don't have friends in real life that I could set that up with, so maybe one day it'll happen. Gotta remember to save my ultimate.
Allow me to purge the truth.
I didn't mean to press that button. Oh well.
Is bleeding. Night. Stars echo. Welcome to 1,000 wonders. Fight as one.
I remember watching Bob the Drag Queen playing D&D. I wonder how they do that. I wonder how they keep that like scheduled, because sometimes D&D campaigns can go crazy. I'm pretty open, Vex. Like, I feel like I would probably be annoying if I played it with people, which is probably why no one's ever invited me. I just don't like go out of my way to like meet new people. So if the people I know don't play D&D, I'm not playing D&D.
May the foul stench just be of your body and mind.
So once he starts blocking my breaks, I'm gonna start targeting the dogs. I wonder if I can do this without Ting Yen.
Time to cleanse the filth.
I venture forth to hunt forever. Triumph! Victory is inevitable!
Anybody who like wants to get into D&D but is kind of like Christian, like sort of intimidated by the rule book, Baldur's Gate 3 did a really good job of adapting the rule set into like a video game format. That was like literally one of the cruxes of like their design intentions going into the project. Oh, okay, let's break the monkey.
You're falling apart on your own.
Okay. Monkeys next, as well as dogs. I want to see... No. I won't be able to break the dog. Let's just let people live.
Stop fear.
Dude, what? I didn't even get to do damage on him.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem.
I can't do that. I can't do that. I gotta level up more. That sucks. I hate leaving bosses behind because I'm never gonna come back here.
Something ominous has arrived. This is too overwhelming.
Yeah, right. It was like basically the progenitor of it all. Like Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3 are just D&D games. Like a D&D campaign. It doesn't have as much like choices as like Baldur's Gate 3, but like the structure of it is based on that.
The exit is on the other side? How are we going to cross over?
Well, I don't know, Firefly. I just spent 30 minutes trying to beat a monkey that I can't beat. And where is my meal juice? Where's my meal boost? So in True Blood, Hoyt finally fell in love with somebody and he was kissing on a girl, but I won't say who because I don't know who all here watches True Blood, but I had saw that earlier today and I was like giggling. I was telling my boyfriend, I was like, oh my goodness, Hoyt is so cute. Look at them falling in love. I was so happy for Hoyt. Wanna do bad things with you. Hi, Nini. No, you didn't miss anything important. I spent like 30 minutes, oh, an hour actually, trying to beat a monkey. Where's my meal juice? My meal boost? It's impossible to skip the True Blood intro. Yeah. I wanna do bad things with you. It's such a good song. Oh, they actually take away ultimate too.
Yeah. The truth for everything in this world is bleeding. 1,000 wonders to fight as one. Immerse yourself. Yes!
Bangs and claws. Never hesitate.
Night. Stars echo.
I need something to fill the void after Agatha left.
The problem.
Well, True Blood started in 2008, but it's like basically True Blood kind of got popular because at the time, like this was when like Obama was like fresh. Americans really like think about their culture in presidencies in decades, right? So it's either a decade or a president. The Obama culture was like really about like a lot of conservatives being unable to adapt to like basically gay marriage. So True Blood kind of plays on that by like putting the vampire in the marginalized space and kind of explores like romance and like love and like lust and all kinds of very like human primal energies and just sees how that plays out. I think that True Blood has aged very well. I find it really entertaining, and I'm normally not the type of person to fall into like a sort of syndicated television, seasonal, like romance. There are some moments with some of the characters where I'm like, girl, I don't care. I care about like the lore, or I care about this other side character, but they do a really good job of making sure every character has like really sophisticated and well done sort of storylines and plot lines. I'm like early season 2 and I'm having a good time with it. I honestly think that if you like, it's HBO. It's 2008 HBO, so there is a lot of nudity. It's very raunchy, but it's also like done in a way that's like intentional. It's not raunchy for the sake of it. It's like, you know, it's fun too. Like I'm sitting there giggling while like some characters fall in love, some characters like kind of in a situationship, and I'm like, oh my goodness. It's like, it's fun. I don't know. It's a fun show.
It's nice to slow down a bit.
I like that Sookie Stackhouse will literally like straight up be like, okay, like I like that Sookie Stackhouse is like very honest. Like she will like say stuff that other characters are like, oh my goodness, can we not deal with this right now? And she's like, but I want to talk about that. You know, I really like that. It's really endearing. The TV enemies has 2 states, an angry state that takes ult charge when it attacks. I know that it gave energy. I thought that it took away energy from me, not took away ult charge. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones? No, but it's basically just as raunchy as Game of Thrones. Probably more. I saw a naked old man today, like all of him today on True Blood, and I said, oh, that's the first. Normally you see like beautiful women topless in those kinds of shows, but not an old man. I saw my future. Realism. I saw someone talk about how we see an influx of vampire meter whenever we hit a time of economic recession. Bill Compton is so charming. I was standing them in season 1, but season 2, I'm kind of like bored of it. But it's still funny. It's so campy because he's like an older Southern man, like from back in the day. So every time he talks to Sookie Stackhouse, he's like, Sookie, you know I can't do that, Sookie. They really ham it up. You know I can't do that, Sookie. I'm a vampire. It's like so camp, and then Sookie Stackhouse, her name itself is camp. When you hit the TV, the switch hits its current state. You hit the... I don't know what you said. Sookie, you know I can't do that, Sookie. It's very tea. It does have some, like, it does feel like a show that came out in 2008, but it's also done really well. Like, I don't know, I'm always like coming to the defense of things because the pacing of it and the style of it is a little bit vintage for some people, but I like it. It aged very well, and I'm excited to see how the show continued. Please don't spoil it for me, but I'm like totally down for the ride. Like, I want to see if the show ended up becoming awful and like ending like in a very bad state, or if they just like stayed on top and knew when to end it at the right time. I thought people liked vintage now or whatever. They like it, but only when it's in the form of like Stranger Things, where the plot hits its peak on episode 2. Like some anime, I can't watch some anime because like they will literally do all the exposition in 15 minutes, and then like the end of the anime is like 20 minutes into the first episode. And I'm like, okay, well, why are there 50 episodes? I never want to hear about Stranger Things again. You know what? The only thing I won't rag on about Stranger Things is I'm so happy for Winona Ryder, because who would have thought that her image in Hollywood would just be like revamped? Like, she got the Marvel treatment. Like, Winona Ryder got a remake. Is that her name, Winona Ryder? She literally, like, I don't think that she ever expected that one day she would wake up and she would be, like, in Beetlejuice again and in Stranger Things. You know? So she was like, okay, sure. Y'all want to do Beetlejuice again? Okay, let's do it. Beetlejuice 2. Let's go. Was she in the first one? She was in the first one, right? What is going on? Y'all, this equilibrium might be the end of us.
This one looks dangerous. Leave it to me.
Somebody told me that I need to start using Robin's techniques more, so let's do that. Oh, they're gone.
Do you have something to tell me?
Oh, I was fighting another mini boss. I'm too weak for the mini bosses. I'm sorry, everybody watching the stream and VOD today.
Oh,
I need to check myself.
this is really a sight that can only be witnessed in a dream. These words have been appearing and then vanishing persistently for a while now. Whose thoughts are they? And who is this Mikhail?
I thought that was you, Firefly, but now I'm just remembering that yesterday we both woke up here. Wait, who put us here? Didn't somebody put us here? I fear you noticing the power creep and ridiculous level. Power creep soon. Uh-oh. God, Azealia Banks. Firefly, did Azealia Banks show up? Did you see somebody? She goes like something about 2 and 2. I'm really worried. Did Azealia Banks put us
I
here?
can feel emotions.
Oh, it was
confused
Sparkle
within them.
dressed as Markiplier.
Confusion, unyielding resolve in the face of death.
Okay. Sparkle dressed as Markiplier did this to us. Well, I'm gonna come back here and beat everybody up once I get some levels. Mikhail, you look like you've got MLO on your skin. Oh. Does Mikhail use MLO?
Something very important.
Something very important. A discount at Mio? Who's Mikhail? I don't know. Hi, welcome to my home. Mikhail Visage.
Let's be friends.
Mikhail Visage. I am gonna scream.
I'll give you five.
Fearless knows not fear.
I want RuPaul's Drag Race to allow drag kings to audition, and I'm going to get a credit card line of $50,000 out,
It's okay. Right.
and
Where'd that go?
I'm going to do everything I can to become the best drag king I ever can for the show, so I can come on to that stage and say, "Hi, Michelle Visage. My name is Mikhail Visage." I would do it just for that, and then I'd leave on the first episode.
Never hesitate. I won't do it.
May the foul stench dissipate quick. Fight as one. The truth. Everything
Any
in
name
this
that starts with
world
me becomes Michelle Visage to me. I kidding.
Yeah.
Michael Myers? No, Michelle. Michelle Myers.
Friends.
Michael, Michelle Myers.
I venture forth to forever.
Okay, let's get this before it takes my ultimate away. See, this is how you deal with the TV, actually. A lot of people have issues with the TV because it takes your ultimate away, but all you have to do is use Faye.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem.
Be of your body and mind.
They song bring.
Fangs and claws got the
Fearless knows not fear.
One problem, I don't have Faye.
May you find
Michelle
peace in
just
song.
makes me think of Fifth Harmony's boss. Now, one of y'all watched her perfume reviews, which then made it show up on my For You page.
Not bad at all.
And I will say, I sat in my bed and I watched the full thing, having owned not a lick of fragrance since probably high school. The last fragrance that I owned was Lady Gaga's The Fame. But I watched that full thing as if I was planning on buying fragrances at that very moment. Fawn, you should bless my Sethos pool. Good luck! Barack Obama's wife, Miss Michelle Visage. Girl, really, you just have to hit the TV so it can be happy. Oh. Well, video killed the radio star. You know, y'all know that song. Face shall kill the angry TV. I need meal boost. Like, there's no meal boost around here. I watched the Disease music video today and it was so exciting. Okay. It is. It was really fun. It was very old Gaga. Here's some things I think about what's happening with LG7. First and foremost, I think it's really interesting that her and her team are actually acknowledging it as LG7. I was, not to toot my own millennial horn, but I was part of the generation that started saying that, like tweeting that out. And for a while, the girls would never acknowledge it. It would be part of like the show, but they would never say, I'm working on LG7, I'm working on LG4, you know? Now they actually say it, which is kind of fun because that means that like the sort of like fan speak and stuff has been accepted. And like I don't know, I feel like they're more in tune and like receptive to like breaking down that fourth wall. But there was an interview that she did where she basically said that she asked her husband, is it her husband or her fiance, what project she should do next? And he told her, he was like, you got to do pop music. And he apparently is credited as one of the writers on Disease. So I think that they're really just trying to tap into like old Gaga. And I think she's having fun with it. And Gaga's always been like a hopeless romantic. She's had many a man that she's fallen head over heels for. And they've never worked out because she's just so famous. But it's really cool to see like her have a partner that's like kind of open to like, they said this about Cher too. Like Cher's family has come out and said like, you know, I love my mother. I loved Cher, you know, ex-husbands and stuff. But when you're in a relationship with someone who is that famous, it's always going to be a presence in that relationship, regardless of if it's romantic or it's like a parent or anything like that. So I think I'm happy to see Gaga be able to collaborate with her lover in that way. What was the Judas music video about? Swiftly. The Judas music video was about Gaga being in love with one bad boy, but there is an even more bad boy that Gaga was like, I'm just a holy fool, baby, it's so cruel, but I'm still in love with Judas. Like she was making out with Jesus in that tub, but then Judas was like pouring water on her and she was like, in the most biblical sense, I am beyond repentance, same hook a prostitute when she vomits her mind. Oops, I'm breaking my own rules. But like that's how it is. That really is how it is though. Like when that song comes on, like something just jumps out. Like it's Halloween again. Hi damsel. What's your favorite Lady Gaga song? Judas really did get me. I was thinking about the chorus, not the chorus, the bridge, and I was telling myself, Fawn, don't belt out the bridge live on Twitch. So I was like, I'll just do the rap part, and then I started doing the rap part, and I said, oh.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem.
I'm still obsessed with the Rain On Me music video. You know what song I love from Gaga that I don't think it's enough love? The Cure. I'll undress you cause you're tired, cover you as you decide. When you fall asleep inside my arms, may not have the fancy things, but I'll give you everything you could ever want. It's in my arms.
Souls shall embrace stars echo.
So baby tell me yes, and I will give you everything. So baby tell me yes. I love The Cure. Disease made me think about The Cure actually because they're completely parallels. Yes, I actually thought about that too, Rye. I was like, she kind of wrote this song already. Some of the lyrics sound very similar to The Cure, but I'm here for it. Reuse, reduce, recycles. Speaking of Gaga, I love how Bruno is coming with these random collabs. Yes, collabing with Gaga and with Rose are both like really fun ways of like doing something unexpected. But like Bruno kind of like can put a stamp. Like Bruno right now is like the soul pop guy. Like he does soul pop or pop soul. So like whenever he can like do the collab, anybody who collabs with him kind of can just like ride that sort of aesthetic.
Show me what you can do.
5
seconds.
Never hesitate.
But I do think that the collab between him and Gaga should have lasted a little bit longer. But it was very fun.
Yeah, it's over already. Fast enough.
Love ABT Die With A Smile. The slow-mo, y'all know this is a safe space, so y'all can admit it. Who's screaming? Gaga. Who's playing Disease by Gaga? Okay, this is a safe space, so y'all can admit it. We all did the slow-mo. We all did that one. We all did it. Even if we didn't post it on TikTok, we did it. Did we? I did. Who is we? It's me, babe. I did it. I didn't post it, but I did it. I did it in my head. It was in the drafts for like a week, and I said, I need to delete that. I always get this weird paranoia that TikTok will one day just post all my drafts, because I have like 20, and some of them are so bad that I can't leave them there. Some of them I'm like, maybe I'll like this later.
Nice. But surely there's something better.
I love pretending to judge people like I wasn't doing the Judas choreo an hour ago. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta let it out. Sometimes you just gotta let that one out. What's this red door? Cannot be open in this MLO state. Okay, that makes total sense. So the hard part about all this is I need the goop by Gwyneth Paltrow in order to like get around here. Let's find some more goop, I guess. I have a friend who did it, and she loves to sing and dance to eat a sandwich. If the world was ending, I wanna be next.
Let's be friends.
I'm gonna do that tonight after the stream. I'm gonna say, wow, 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 wow. Yeah, that's so fun. Are we doing story today, Simba? I'm trying. I really am trying. I'm trying to get some story done. I'm sorry, Simba. The first listen of Disease felt crazy though. I was like, I need to queue up Swan after this. I really appreciate that she actually released the song first. And it was kind of like, it almost felt like a soft launch. Like, she kind of just left it up to the fans and like the sort of word of mouth. Because you know how it is. When Stephanie Germanotta says she's releasing a new track, she doesn't really have to like put out like a sort of sponsored post on YouTube or TikTok. We're all talking about it. So she kind of like let the song come out and then the video comes out. And I kind of like that because videos always enhance the experience of a song. But she kind of like let it sit a little bit, you know, before the imagery sort of, the canon imagery sort of took over. It was fun to see in that little in-between period what people were doing with it.
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds.
Wonders to fight as
My favorite Gaga song is Monster, but not because of the song itself. I watched Hollywood Sisters do a parody where they did Monster as the characters from Warm Bodies, the zombie movie, and it was gaggy to me. Monster's a good one though. That era, Monster, and T.
There's no time
On
like
the Fame Monster, those are on repeat for me on my bus to high school. Give me something that'll change me. Ooh, does Gaga have any Christmas songs? We can play a Gaga Christmas song at the end of stream today. She does. Teeth is good.
Let's be friends.
Don't be scared. Oh, Heavy Metal Lover? Yeah, that's a good one too. I could be your girl, 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 girl. But would you love me if I ruled the world, world, world? I would not even be mad if the next album had her singing the song again. Heavy Metal Lover 2, and it's just the same song, but she's just singing it again. Oh yeah, her and Tony probably did. Electric Chapel is also a really good one. I had like this whole, back in my theater days, I had this whole show planned around Electric Chapel. That's how obsessed I was with that song. I had the set and everything like drawn out, sketched out. Like y'all think that I go crazy on girly pop blog. I've always been this manic. I had a whole show planned out around Electric Chapel. It was like a cabaret kind of moment. But I would get to sing Electric Chapel. Of course I would. Of course I would. But I had no money and I was like 18 years old. So like that never happened. I love Electronica Run Chapel. Mary Jane Holland. No, Mary Jane Holland is really objectively an amazing song. Like... Who is Mikhail and why is she screaming about him? So it seems as though this area leads to the same place. I'm understanding now why Comet said that this place confused them, because it's confusing me too. I like John Wayne. It was really iconic when Gaga did the Victoria's Secret show, The Walk with John Wayne, and she pumped the runway when the instrumental break came on. Oh my goodness. Y'all, now that the curse has been lifted, I can like freely talk about my love for Lady Gaga. And I'm so happy. She pumped that runway, girl. Like when Lady Gaga says that drag queens taught her everything she knows, I believe her. Who lifted the curse? It was this audio. I had to do this audio on TikTok and it lifted the curse. I don't know if you could hear that, but I lifted the curse with that. It was an incantation. It's a really advanced magic, but I was able to do it through after months and months of practice. I was able to do it. Poker Face. When I lay in bed, I touch myself and I think of you. Yeah, Melina, yeah. That's taste, babe. That's taste. That's taste. TikTok gave us the Gaga curse and it carried onto Twitch for a bit. Yeah, but we broke it finally. Okay, we finally made it. Simba, we made it. We made it. Three meal coats later.
But we made it. It's so strange. The family, there's nothing but a jigsaw puzzle here.
Oh my god. No, we have to circle back and loop around with the Boss Red. All dressed up, carrying weapons, sneaking into Clocky's home without permission, Tweet. Boss Stone's a lackey. Watch this. You call me this a misunderstanding? Eat this strike first, Tweet. Wait, we have to fight them? The spell weakened when the 2009 VMA's performance was reposted by MTV on YouTube this year. It was. Okay, so some of y'all have heard this story before, but for those of you who haven't, I genuinely I made my mother sit down and watch on her laptop the 2009 Gaga VMA performance. So how old was I in 2009? I don't know. I was born in 95. Y'all can do the math. And I made her sit down and watch it, and she was like, okay, that's great. I said, no, Mom, you don't understand, because after she did that, like, pop music is different. And I was right. I was really right. We were all right. Pop music was different after that moment. But my mom didn't get it. So... Clocky hasn't been home recently. It's just me and the patrolling lads. Okay. Girl, I was like 14 explaining every song on Pink Friday and the Nicki Cardi beef to my poor mother, and she listened.
Pieces look like they flew to both sides of the room.
It's a canon event. It really is.
This is an origami party.
But the thing is, my mom kind of got it a little bit because my mom was an original Madonna stan. Like, the Madonna stans weren't able to be stans because the internet wasn't out yet, but she was a Madonna stan. So, as you get closer, look here, we're immovable like a mountain. Even the most intense shakedowns will not topple us. But what's the point of everything if we don't have no playmates? Y'all were right. This Penacony is kind of a trip. Like, this is weird. Oh, okay, we got some building blocks. We got a sad gear. Me telling my mom about Lana Del Rey lore? Yeah. I feel like we gay kids all told our mom, and then our mom said, well, I have a gay son. Why am I trying to write paragraphs when I'm too tired to write? It's okay, Nini. It's okay, Nini. You type however you need to type. Tick tock. Oh, a rare guest here. When did you get in? Tick tock. The weather's good today and the sun's purple. You want to try some salt and pepper glocky? Oh, girl, we gotta fix you up. Okay. I was about to say, girl, go. Okay, oh. I actually do like these puzzles. They're really cute. They make my brain feel good too when, you know, when I finish them. Tick tock. The sun isn't purple and Clocky is not edible. I have to get to work. Okay. Me after a manic episode. Travel up the partition, please. I feel like I've been a Christina Aguilera stan ever since she had a song in Pokemon in the first movie. You know what? At the end of the day, Christina Aguilera is still Christina Aguilera. Like, it's really hard to sort of distill down like a pop persona in a business sense and keep it going. But she really is, like, she still sounds the same. She's looking the same lately. Like, I mean, she's giving the girls what they asked for. And, like, I can't help but be like, go off, Christina. Go off, really, truly. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you say, when she gets on stage and she sings her songs live with a microphone, it's there. It's there. The talent is there. So I'm like, I can't say nothing about this. It's really interesting. Some people like say these things about, I see like comments and stuff on the internet talking about Christina Aguilera, and I'm like, girl, she sings. Like, she can sing, and she can sing. Sometimes she does yell a little bit, but she yells really nicely. Like, that's her job. Like, that's what she's known for. That's her thing. Like, you wouldn't tell like a dancing queen to stop dancing. You wouldn't tell a vocal queen to stop, you know. She's been holding it down. Yes. Absolutely. The X-Tina version. Oh, the X-Tina and Gaga version of Do What You Want. The superior one.
Show me what you can do.
My song resonate all together.
Yeah, Rose. She has been aging backwards, but that's that Hollywood money. I also want to know her. You know what? I'm actually going to look this up right now. Just so I can like have the tab open on my phone for when I remember that I was looking something up during stream. X-Tina makeup artist. Because whoever is doing her makeup It's muggy. It's muggy. It's muggy around Christina's place. If you're hanging with Christina, it's going to be very muggy. She lives around a lot of mugginess. Her makeup is so gorgeous.
Never hesitate.
Time to cleanse the filth. Tonight, stars echo. Welcome to my...
I remember her being shady towards Melanie Martinez when she was doing the voice. In all honesty, I do feel like Christina Aguilera is probably kind of a shady queen. I mean, think about it. She's been singing like that since she was like 12 years old, and she's been around Disney girls her whole life. And everyone was pitting her, the media was pitting her against Britney Spears when, I'm sorry, she could sing laps around Britney Spears. And I love Britney. Britney was my idol as a child. But I'm not going to sit here and say like we should be comparing Christina Aguilera to Britney Spears is like comparing a watermelon to an orange. Like, so her being shady, I probably wouldn't be surprised. I guess I'm not really surprised that anybody in entertainment is a drag queen. Am I supposed to pet the bird? Oh.
This should fill in the
Mikhail! Mikhail! Tweedle-de-doo.
Just itching to chop it up.
Feels like we're reaching the end, right?
I don't know, Firefly. I want to get out of here. Where in the world is Ting Yun? That is the question I'm asking myself today. As you can see, I am in a space that doesn't look very Mio-coded. It looks as almost as a phantom, a dupe, a reflection of the construction and renovations that Mio had done in the Reverie. I'm a little bit scared because as I've been looking around, here I'll pan the camera around, you can see it's very dark and dingy. The electrics aren't working very well. And I fear that I'm in a part of the dream that I shouldn't be in. Does anybody know who Mikhail is? Remember to like and subscribe. I'm getting a little bit mind twisted. No, I was just here. Okay.
Just one chest. I'm sure that's not a trap. Should we open it? What's going on? The lights have all turned on. So creepy.
So Firefly, I was watching this one YouTuber a couple of days ago on the train because we were heading over here, right? And it took us a little bit to get there. And during the transit, I like to watch videos to pass the time. And they were talking about the back rooms. I think that we're here. I think that this is the back rooms, Firefly. It's a really scary place, and I don't think we can get out.
Since there are so many doors here, we should be able to leave through one of them.
Should clip all those Ting Yun vlogs. They're our little secret. They all look the same. Firefly, they all look the same. Firefly, look. Hi, Hammy. Something's wrong, Firefly. It's this one. Hello?
The exact same room? Help! Help me! Help.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is a nightmare.
This again. No, wait. Could it be?
No, because I know kids play Honkai Star Rail because they think the game is cute from the YouTube ads and they get into Penacony and they're playing this.
Uh-oh.
I would be crying. I'd say, Mom,
Which one was the original?
Mom. Where in the world is Tingyan? As you can see around me, there's so many MLO TVs that are already broken after 3 weeks of use because they're made with low quality materials. And I think in an attempt to fix them, some victims of MLO have actually been sucked inside. If anybody could find me, please help me. Remember to like and subscribe. Tingyan is a YouTuber, yes. Everyone's looking. Her thing is like, her brand is that she's like, because she disappeared from the narrative after her neck cracked. She's one step ahead of her fans, and her fans are trying to find her. She's like a sort of like IRL streamer, but she doesn't do streaming. She just makes videos and vlogs because she's kind of vintage.
They're so bright. It's hurting my eyes. Careful. Something's up.
Please help me. Please help. Oh, that is trippy.
What is this monster?
No, because why does it look a little bit tea? That's like a really cool design. Can we get into that? Oh, that's really pretty. That's really cool. Like it's like a dragon, but it's a hand at the same time. Yet the horns also kind of mimic like a claw. Oh, that's a cool design. That's a really cool design. Let's fight.
Time to play the next beat. The harmony will soon play in unison.
Something unto death is its name.
Stubborn one. Customers are always welcome. All the best.
I'm scared to do fast forward, but we need to because
I'll give you
my
5
brain can't handle that
seconds.
speed. Let's go. Oh, I'm hyped. Penacony has been so fun. It's just like a wild roller coaster of narrative and craziness.
It's bleeding. Yeah.
Gained 1 stack of sunset. Memory Zone. The something unto death Pokemon. Enters the sunset state, gains 1 stack each time a character uses a basic skill or ultimate. When sunset reaches 3 stacks, immediately use losing Eventide Light. This effect is removed after use. Okay. Immediately launches a killing blow on the last acting target. So we got 3. That means Ling Sha's about to die. No, because no, Ling Sha's gonna die. Faye is?
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds.
Never hesitate! No!
Leave it to you.
We have to save our girl.
Be of your body and mind.
Faye rescue mission initiated.
1,000 wonders to ring and fight as one. Yeah! truth, everything in this world is
Oh, the music is really good too. This is so cool. This is like so like high stakes. Like I feel like I'm like in it. Like I feel like I'm like fighting it. But I actually am in the game, but like the way that they do it like really makes me feel immersed. Okay. So what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
We were supposed to attack yesterday.
Fine, do it.
I venture forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Ooh. Ooh.
This monster! All these creatures! Are they the secret the family's hiding?
Oh, Firefly is so drama. These monsters, these creatures. Yes, I love this.
Body and mind.
We are literally in like a psychedelic nightmare.
Way to lose it?
Wait, is this what Lady Gaga wrote Disease about? Because this is kind of Gaga disease. This is kind of LG7. It's giving LG7.
I venture for forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable! I leave it to you.
Time to cleanse the filth. Let's go.
Oh, is she gonna do a gag order? Do a gag order, do a gag order, do a gag order. Come on. If you're a Hoyo versus Mio model, you will do a gag order immediately. Whoa.
If you don't know the right technique,
I should have known they would have introduced her here.
emerging without a scratch.
And you are?
Easy girl, I'm on your side. You can call me the Memo Keeper, Black Swan.
Oh. Wait, Black Swan, I know this isn't the moment, but I just want to say, Acheron has told me all about you. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. I'm so excited to finally get to collaborate with the Black Swan of Penacony. Oh my goodness, I've heard so much about her. She is literally the reason why this place is still above water. Like, people don't know this, but there was a whole moment where this hotel was like down in the dust. There was roaches, space roaches, which is really crazy, all kinds of stuff. Black Swan showed up. She got it all together. She hired Robin to do the singing. One thing needs to know, this is one of the best places in the universe to visit. So yeah, I'm really excited.
That's it all together.
Fangs and claws got dull.
Time to cleanse the filth. Right.
Ling She's heel is so slay.
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds. Never hesitate! I won't do. I venture forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
May the foul stench dissipate quickly of your body and mind. The truth, everything.
Ling She's kind of growing on me. She's like her personality is very like soft and like in the background, but the more you kind of let her linger around, she's kind of like a perfume. She's kind of like a scent, like something that wafts in the air, and like suddenly like, why does everything seem so like pleasant? It's like a lavender sprig, like, and it's like, oh, it's because Ling She's on the team. Like that's why it's feeling so like, you know.
The truth, everything in this world is bleeding. 1,000 wonders to finest.
Elegant pop, yes.
Fearless knows not fear. I venture for forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Uh-oh,
See
Josu.
you next time. Hurry.
Ooh. Oh my god, no, she's so iconic. That's literally, oh. Ooh, I really like her. Her throwing that little card and making a
You're
portal.
awake, lazy bug. Looks like you had a nice dream.
I tried to change.
Hi,
How
Chroma.
was it? Did you dream of me?
Actually, I did. I did. I did see. I dreamed of you. I saw you in my dream. You kind of ate it up.
Welcome to reality. More
Oh.
specifically, the Reverie. The safest and most familiar place you can be. I'm happy to see that you've kept your wits and that you haven't been affected by the primal dreamscape. How lucky.
Dream a little dream of me. What's the primal
I
dreamscape?
know you've many questions, so please, compose yourself. Before that, you should let your friends know you're safe.
If you don't plan on stopping any soon, the story gets really gaggy from here. We still got time. We still got time, and I already spent my resin, so we'll just keep going. Dream Within a Dream by Edgar Allan Poe or something. I don't know who that is.
Could it really just be a coincidence? I've got a funny feeling about that lady.
Look, Miss Himiko, I brought the kid back as promised.
You're all right. We couldn't find you in either dream or reality. We were worried sick.
It's good to see you're unharmed. Allow me to introduce you to Miss Black Swan, Memo Keeper of the Garden of Recollection.
You know her?
Yeah, Miss Himiko said that they were investigating the incident.
March already being shady.
Dreamscape.
We've only met once, but thanks to you, we might be able to use this opportunity to get to know each other a little bit better.
Yeah,
So
I know
how did you
Pickled.
end up there?
I
And
know.
what the heck happened?
So, the one who attacked you was a girl dressed in red, adept at illusory arts, and was able to shapeshift.
Her name is Sparkle, a masked fool who has infiltrated Penacony. Don't worry, she won't be bothering you for now. She's probably patting herself on the back for a job well done.
It seems you know her well.
Of course, I know everyone here. On Penacony, anyone could be lying, but the remembrance does not lie. So I feel
okay.
the need to clarify with everyone. Miss Sparkle's tricks can induce hallucinations, but that strange dreamscape? Nothing to do with her. It originated from Penacony itself.
So what does it say about the protagonist that they were hallucinating about Sampo? I mean, I don't blame them. I'm just asking.
Itself?
Have you not sensed it yet? This apparent land of dreams. It's a carefully designed dream maintained by the family.
By
through
Mio.
unknown means.
Oh, the family, yeah. They worked with
And the
Mio, though.
memory zone she fell into. That's the true dreamscape. Chaotic, dangerous, enigmatic. A beast of memory dwells in the ever-shifting labyrinth.
Oh.
She's right. Everyone, do you all still remember your surroundings during your entry into the dreamscape?
I saw a lot of clocks.
Huh. So everyone saw the same thing? I remember... it was a room. And then through a mirror, I came to a long hallway.
The Gallery of Thoughts. That's how the hotel staff referred to it.
Have you noticed? These landscapes seem quite distinct from that of Penacony's in your dream, yet strikingly similar to the dreamscape.
Mio used to work with the
described by
family.
Miss
Once the
Black
renovation
Swan.
was completed, the family went on its own.
You're
Yes.
right.
Yes.
I didn't give it much thought at first, but in hindsight, the overlap is hard to... ignore.
Also, after speaking to some of the frequenters, the first
Meanie.
stop when you enter the dream is supposed to be the hotel in the dream. But due to certain incidents, The hotel is now under renovation.
That's right, and I saw Nownix in the renovation area.
What could possibly have to happen to an entire building for it to require renovation? Combine that with what she just experienced, and the answer is clear. Penacony's dream is sinking right now, turning back to its original form, and falling into the deep sea.
Sinking? You mean the dreamscape is collapsing?
The encounter at the Dreamscape Hotel was a sign.
I see. That would explain the uneasiness we've sensed from the family.
I mean, that makes sense that like all of these themes are so wild and seems like to come from left field, and they're like really whimsical and almost like random. But it's because it's dreams. Like they're trying to capture the feeling of dreams, and dreams don't make sense most of the time. They're grounded in some type of reality, but it normally isn't fully there. So that's actually, I didn't even clock that, but like that makes it all make more sense that everything was like so psychedelic. I think the idea of like the dreamscape, this place that's like a tourist spot for you to go to, like a dream resort. It's like a bubble of dream that's collapsing. I think that's really interesting.
Leaving aside the question of guest safety, were this to become public, it would tarnish the name of the planet of festivities. With the Charmony Festival around the corner, it's no wonder they'd want to keep it under wraps.
Even the guest's safety cannot be assured now. Isn't the monster that she encountered indisputable proof? Need I remind you that it is a memory zone meme? How could a meme that heralds death and murder appear in a dream that the family proclaims to be absolutely safe? Everyone.
Like Corey Soria, that's because that's Mio, Agora Mio's voice actress.
As well.
Miss Black Swan, we fully understand our current predicament now. Going back to your
Yeah, I
original
wonder what it.
suggestion,
To me, I thought meme
for
was
what reason
invented
has the Garden of
for
Recollection
like the stuff that
chosen
we
to
know
work with
memes
the
as, but I
Astral
wonder if they're
Express?
using it in another way.
Let me rephrase then. This is my personal request, not the Garden of Recollections. And the answer is simple. Miss Himiko, I simply wish to make an exchange related to the remembrance. Apart from my duty, I also have some personal pursuit in aesthetics. I am a memo keeper and a collector.
It's actually
I
being
too
known
yearn to
as a mimetic
experience those
entity.
luminous, dazzling, cherished memories. That's simple enough to understand, no? As for you all, nameless of the Astral Express and practitioners of the Trailblaze, I have faith in your potential, as well as in
Do you think
the
she likes cat
unique
memes?
splendor you will unleash on the stage. This is why I wish to befriend all of you. A place where nightmares and sweet dreams intersect. The perfect cradle for the
Yeah, dreams aren't
remembrance.
coherent. That's a very succinct way to say it, yes.
I understand. But
It's a way to
before
share
replying,
ideas. They
we
just
must
happen to
first
often be
discuss this
jokes.
among
Okay, I
ourselves.
got you. That makes sense in
Naturally.
dreams then. It's kind of like an
Take your
unspoken
time.
like information that everyone kind of shares. Not based in reality. Black Swan is a great example. She's formed
Why isn't there
of
a...
thoughts, ideas, and memories. Okay.
How do you see things, Himiko?
It's best to be skeptical of her. There's a significant amount of intentional misdirection in her words. But I
Ooh.
worry about the worst outcome. If the dreamscape's anomaly really exists, and it isn't a natural
Sparker can
occurrence,
just mimic other people's appearance, create illusions, and one of her trailers
someone
kind of
behind
explains
the
her lore a bit.
scenes.
Oh, okay.
Then it likely has something to do with the Watchmaker's invite.
Huh. How'd you figure that one out?
Well, excluding any extreme scenarios, the mastermind responsible for these shifts in the dreamscape undeniably stands against the family, which narrows it down to two possibilities. Someone is drawing in external influences to distract and disrupt the family's control over Penacony. Either that, or the family has been forced to seek outside aid surreptitiously for self-preservation. But from
If
the
I never
encrypted
dilly-dallied in
message on the
Inazuma and
invite
stumbled upon
the
a pink
family's
gob,
reaction, the former is more likely.
I don't think that would have happened in this timeline.
Which also
I'm so obsessed
means
with
that
that
the one who
with
sent
pink
out
that
the
I just
encrypted
feel like
meaningless message
it's just natural.
and the mastermind behind the anomaly are on the same side. Maybe even the same person.
Well, this doesn't necessarily mean a thing, right? In terms of methods, both the Fools and the Riddlers could pull it off. Hasn't the IPC cracked the message too?
March, calm down.
Exactly, Harley.
It's just a possibility. But if this encrypted message isn't
It's an
some
alternate
harmless
timeline where I'm an
prank,
MLO victim.
but done so to invite the Trailblaze into the fray, we cannot remain uninvolved.
Well, let me tell you what I discovered, and I'm sorry, it's bad news.
She's
According
kind of
to
like,
reliable sources,
well,
some people spotted a tall silver-armored man on Penacony. I've reached out to the Bloodhound family for news and visited many of those guests who claim to have seen this invader.
I get it. She's like, in a way, like she kind of fits this world very well. She's like, I mean, you know, I don't know how to explain it. I get what she is though. She's like the embodiment of like a sort of collective unconscious, like the images and the things and the sounds and the smells and the tastes and the what we hear. She's kind of like you see one thing, but who's to say that she isn't just like embodying something for somebody else, you know?
And this
But
is
it,
what
it
I
kind of all
received.
bleeds into this sort of
I sent it to
incoherent
you.
dream
Open it and
moment.
Take a look.
Can you hear me? Astral Express.
Is that Silverwolf?
How's Penacony?
It's that hacker girl!
Hi, Prosy. How are you? It's good. Thank you for
I know
asking.
you've been investigating the abnormal phenomenon surrounding Penacony. Or rather, we are pleased to
Not
see that
Bronya.
you've been doing that. Because the deeper you delve, the closer you'll get to uncovering the truth about this so-called beautiful dream. The family is obviously hiding something, right? Well, we've nabbed some valuable information, and out of the goodness of my heart, I've decided to share it with all of you.
Girl, let us
So
get out with it.
unfortunately means your idyllic break in paradise is nearing its end.
If I was in Honkai, I would have to be like a tank or like a shielder, something that has like tanking, because my personality in group situations is I am totally fine with letting somebody else lead, but like normally people just don't lead. So I normally just do that. I would say that I would be like one of the buffers, whatever path or element those are, but I think like in actuality I would be like a tank. Whatever that would be.
Enter this string of code into your dream pool, the device you use to dream with, and dive into the hidden map for a look.
I'm not sure yet,
Coordinates have been sent to you.
Pixie.
You just have to copy them over. Also, I take it you've already heard about Sam. You should look forward to the meeting. He's a straight shooter who values a fair fight. I think you'll get along with him just fine. Don't be overwhelmed by his enthusiasm. Oh, he had me relay a message to you. The curtains have just risen over the dream that can't be reached. The various factions have started to move. I wish you luck. Don't fall behind, Nameless.
Okay, she hacked the
No
dreamscape. Girl.
Ron hunters. They even factored Penacony into their plan. Nowhere safe from
Brigitte? Like from
The
Overwatch?
situation is clear. The planet of festivities isn't what it seems on the surface. Everyone's sights, including the factions in the family, are set on the Watchmaker's legacy. Every party has its own motives, and they're attempting to thwart each other.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank
While
you.
we still don't know what this legacy entails, It's only a matter of time before the power struggle ensnares innocent bystanders.
This is
The
like
Molten Knight,
this is like
Sam, is
the last
reportedly a
place.
remnant of Glamoth's Iron Cavalry, a genetically engineered warrior. He possesses superhuman perception and acts decisively. He'll leave no margin for error. This individual is every bit as dangerous as Kafka and Blade. This message is a threat. The hidden map that Silverwolf mentioned is probably the sealed Dreamscape Hotel. For the sake of what's to come, a visit seems necessary.
I want to see this. What if we get
If the
found
family
out?
asks, just tell them that the Express is investigating.
I'm glad
the
to hear that,
Stalker
Joseph.
hunters. I'm sure they'll understand. We'll plan our next move according to how they react.
Then we are in agreement. Let's return and
I'm not the type of person that can really rewatch stuff or like re-experience stuff. Sometimes I do, but it's really interesting because honestly, making content and like really trying to do my best to do like what works and like what's like what feels like me, but also feels like what works for me on the internet in this space. I've really gotten into certain parts of the internet that I didn't expect that I would. Like, I never really was like a big user of Discord before I made content. Never really got into like reaction content. Never really thought that I would be I would do reaction content. Really honestly never thought that I would do Pokemon. Never thought I would be playing Hoyoverse games. So it's like really fun to just see how like all of it sort of manifests, because every day I just kind of try to do something productive, and it's cool to just see like how we have a flow of things, but really if you think about it, it's all kind of like random, but it works so well at the same
Express is
time.
willing to cooperate with you. We need a proper
This
guide
giant lamp in the
to
middle is so
navigate the
tea.
memory zone.
I'm at your service.
But I'm happy to hear that, Josie. That's really
I
cool
will
that you
not
can like pick up on new
disappoint.
things.
You two return to your own rooms. Enter the dream, and if everything goes without a hitch,
I'll stay in the real world to ensure everyone's safety. If needed,
Welty, you
I
can
will
come with me,
also
Welt.
parlay with
It seems that I'll have a hard time gaining your trust, even if I personally did.
we're counting on you, Welt. As we'll be busy for a while. I wonder
Yeah,
if
this is
Firefly's
cute,
returned
damsel.
to reality yet.
I never even really noticed that. That is actually really cute.
I don't have her contact info. I'll ask Black Swan.
I forgot how to get to my room. Black Swan, you scared me.
Welcome to Penacony.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that I like to rewatch. I guess I do watch reaction stuff, but I never really thought that I would do reaction stuff. I haven't made a reaction video in a minute, but I can always do it again whenever I feel the urge. But all that being said, I rewatch stuff with my boyfriend. Like if I see a really good horror movie, I'll rewatch it with him. That's really it. I think I've rewatched like some games that I've seen my boyfriend play that I've already played. Like when I finally get my boyfriend to play Black and White, he's never played Generation 5. He's played everything but Gen 5. When I finally get him to play it,
This way,
I will be watching him
darling.
play it.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
I feel fine.
That's good then. I know you're more
Hey
sensitive
Zachary, that
to
sounds so
memoria,
good.
thus more easily affected by the dreamscape than others. This is also why I have to accompany you.
It is. It's like a
I
stage
shall
name,
use my
Rose.
methods to relieve you. Don't worry, as your companions are safe. I had both of them each give me a trinket before I entered. the
Yeah,
dream.
damsel. That's
This will
yeah.
allow me to
That's
feel
true.
that-
I shall use my methods to relieve you. Don't worry, as your companions are safe. I had both of them give me a trinket before I entered the dream. This will allow me to. Okay.
They're present. They're already awake in their rooms. Will you be comfortable in following me now? Time waits for no one. We must hurry to the lobby.
My coven of Hoyoverse
March's
characters: Robin, Lingsha, Tingyan, Bailu, Gallagher, Pella. Well, Asta, Herta. Hanya kind of fell out for me. I want Natasha there too. She would read me, but I want her there. I also want Don Hung, and in Genshin,
This
Noelle.
way. I should go meet up with her.
Hi, Dawn. How are you, Dawn? Your memories tell you that this is March 7th room. March, are you there? Are you there? We're about to set off, March. March, it's me.
I know what you're thinking, but alas, that girl isn't in there.
I'm good,
And
thank you for
neither is this, her
asking.
room. The moment you stepped into the memory zone, reality's building structures lost all meaning. I can sense that she is in a faraway place right now. In the meantime, if we want to find that lobby the navigator mentioned, we'll have to try a little harder. These poor little things stumbling about. Strange. There appears to be someone else's presence here.
Cool it.
Her.
Are there no staff members here at all?
Uh-oh.
Huh? What are you doing here?
Acheron, I found your girlfriend.
Yes, she's the memo keeper I mentioned.
We'll have to cut the banter short. Let's first work together
she say
to
over?
remove these overly friendly children, shall we?
I'm indebted to you both for your help.
Resonate all together. Welcome, customers.
Bang the fearless knows not fear.
1,000 wonders to fight as one. Right. Stars echo.
I was like, right, I feel that. We can just say that it's, that's what she said. Hi, Nownix. How are you, Nownix?
Yeah. The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding. Let's be friends.
Show me what you can do. Never hesitate.
Yowie wowie.
Finally, some peace and quiet. What are the two of you doing here?
We could ask you the same thing.
Penacony's rife with rumors. now
Why does she have
about the
red
Watchmaker,
words?
A legacy, nightmares, and other mysterious tales. I was curious as to who was spreading them and tested the method as described in the rumors.
Yes, we're calling Misha
think I
you.
actually
We're just
ended
saying
up here.
Misha is now Nyx.
You aren't hiding anything, are you?
Hiding? I don't think I'd be capable of that in front of a memo keeper.
Well, I'm hiding a little secret. I actually asked Overwolf to mod my hair to be 10 inches longer. So you guys can't see it on your client, but on my client, I'm looking really gaggy.
Is that so? You're good then. What sort of training did you have to undergo? Can you
Hi,
teach me?
Jessie.
She's kidding. She can't do it.
Your arrival is timely. This dreamscape is fraught with danger. Since our destination is the same, how about we join forces? I can protect you from harm, but in the memory zone, I'll need assistance. from
Acheron's
the
red
memo
words are
keeper as
gaggy. They
well.
are gaggy. I love it. It's just like another element to
If we
Penacony
run
that's
into
just
the
like,
family,
what?
it
But it's also like
Wouldn't hurt
fun.
to have one more person to explain the situation.
I feel like that's the way to do it. When
What
you're
do you
doing
think?
storytelling, just go crazy and then wrap it all up at the end. Her talking in red letters is the same as you having lowercase letters. Oh, that makes sense. These two divas are so gaggy together and so flirty. Yeah, I told you Acheron's red words are her speaking in cursive. Oh, okay. We can trust Acheron. She helped me when this like really crazy dude was in my room.
Thank you. I'm truly grateful. Glad to be
And
traveling
act like
with
an
you
angel.
again, Miss Black Swan.
I truly hope so.
I tried downloading this game to get him, but I didn't get very far. Well, it's okay. You get stickers. If you play 30 hours of the game and get this far now, Nyx, you can get stickers. Look. We got this diva. Oh, I'll show you now, Nyx. I made I have this is my I'm shipping somebody in one of my journal entries. I'll show you real quick. Yeah, I'm shipping them. So, yeah. And if you look at the top right, you can collect primos. Ow! Fujoshi fun. Okay, let's go. We're about to hit a stopping point soon. We're gonna have to soon, but I'll keep pushing for a little bit more. This is a really fun story. TikTok, I'm so stupid, so dumb. I think I'm ugly, and nobody wants to love me. Say it in chat if you know who sings that song. That used to be my song. To anyone, yep. You better ring the alarm, eh, 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 to anyone, eh, 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 eh. They ate that up. Every live show of Fire by 2NE1, they were bringing down the house.
Refreshed and invigorated.
I feel like if you push it, we'll get to a really gaggy moment. Okay.
This room. Why is it upside down?
The memory zone is constantly shifting.
Me this whole
its
game.
form. Looks like we'll have to think of a way to walk on the ceiling.
We're standing on the ceiling right now.
Miss Acheron's words speak sense. Regardless, we have to reach that flat surface hanging overhead. And we're not scaling the pillar, of course. I'll teach everyone some traversal tricks used in the memory
zone. Black Swan, she loves it. Girl, I know how to do this.
How about it?
So
Can you
boom.
feel the
What I'm gonna do
memoria
first is
flowing
clean up some of
around
this
you?
garbage.
Next, find a suitable spot.
Hi everyone.
And try walking up the wall.
Sorry, my fans, they love my work so much. Give me 1 second. Everybody, let's just get together for a group picture, okay? 1, 2, 3. Say, slay!
I hope for an end to strife and the resonate all together.
Sister 19. Were they the one who did, my boy, oh my boy? Because that was my favorite subunit. Promotions nowadays is a TikTok dance. Yeah, it is. But I kind of like it. I wonder how they do it. It must be so hard to learn your own dances and then everyone else's dances too. And then you post a video and some person on Twitter's like, I hate you. And you're like, okay, well, I rehearsed this song for 30 hours. Thank you. Because that's how some people would be treating these idols out here. Like, if you don't like them, just leave them alone.
Seize the moment.
Show me what you can do. I'll never hesitate.
That one stairway in the high building, better get her checks.
I venture forever. Triumphant.
It's true. No, you're very right. We're all very right. I mean, there's good and bad to everybody, but Twitter just, it fosters that environment, and it's just gotten worse lately. I don't think that the peak of Twitter is fully gone. We're just kind of waiting for a new platform. I know people are going to Blue Sky, but I'm kind of like, I'm not an early adopter. I'm gonna wait until the girls really start popping off on Blue Sky, which it seems like they are. Is that what it's called, Blue Sky? Then I'll probably consider making one. How are we 2 months until 2025? Blue Sky kind of dead, like, oh, well, never mind. You turn 25 in 2 months. Are you excited, Pixie? Does the world feel like your oyster? Or do you feel like the world's oyster? No, I love Blue Sky! Well, now Nick said, girl, it's not the place to be. I'm kidding. No, Uniprancer, I do think that we're about to hit a moment in culture where social media becomes less present to us. I really feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it coming. I don't think that social media is going to go away, but I think people are ready to connect in the real world again. I feel it. And I'm ready. Y'all are going to see me outside. 2025, when all the social media dies, y'all are going to see me outside. I'm going to be on the sidewalk saying, hi, everybody. So today we're going to talk about, like, literally on the sidewalk. You're, like, walking at a random place, and I'm, like, on the sidewalk being like, so today I'm talking to you about the most girly pop Pokemon. Hi, Maddie. Welcome to the chat. But for me, I notice it's mostly other content creators promoting. There isn't a lot of content consumers yet. Yeah, I do think that it'll get there. The thing with, like, it's the same with, like, TikTok. All it takes is, like, a few viral moments, and then people start flooding the gates. You know. I won't be going to the US. I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh, okay. Zachary said, I won't be doing that. I'm going to stand right here with my hot pot and be happy. Today we're going to talk about the most girly pop fast food restaurant. That's honestly a good idea. Fast food restaurant? Oh, that would be fun. I feel like I'd be coming for Delta's gig.
Can walk up walls. A memory zone of
One of the most iconic moments that happened this year was Delta Work sitting and clocking every single form of fast food soda. That was so iconic to me. Come on, you can be Blue Sky, Brittany Broski. Somebody send me some kombucha right now. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna post a video of me drinking kombucha on Blue Sky. I'm gonna go. It's kind of good. And I'll get a house. And I'll get my own house. Don't ever do the apple dance though. What's wrong with the apple dance? I saw some guy was doing apple dance like on the set of a movie or something and people were canceling him. I love the apple dance. You'll get pushed. Oh. I'll push him back. If that man pushed me while I was on camera at the tour. Oh, no. The Augusta, Georgia would have came out. I pushed him back. It's fine if you want to like push me around. Like I've been in a busy club before. But don't push me while I'm on camera. Like what? What, you want your little main character moment at my expense? No, honey. And I just want to say, I really don't care that Brittany Broski got pushed, and I don't think that she cares either. But I did see the Apple guy like in the club, and he was just kind of like by himself in the club, and everyone was like around him, and it was like an empty dance floor, and I was like, I know that he's famous on the internet, but y'all gotta party with him if y'all want the energy that he had. It's kind of awkward. I hope he got like a fee for the appearance, because people were just standing and watching him like a zoo animal. It was a little bit weird. Or maybe he was just like casually partying. Maybe that's just how he is. Only. Oh.
I hope for an end to strife in the world.
Oh.
me what you can do. Never hesitate. I won't do.
Be of your body and mind. The truth, everything in this world.
Yeah, like seeing him in another angle, I was like, who is that? Oh. The trick about doing, I forgot her name. Now her name's the girl who goes "ew" into anyone. You got to keep the vibrato going the whole time. Park bomb, yes.
It worked. You really can walk up walls. A memory zone of this
Spider-Man.
level is mere child's play to a memo keeper. Come on, let's
I
head
wonder
out
how you
through
get
the
there.
front.
Oh, you have to go like around. I bet. Oh, I bet I have to like. Oh, I'm so confused now. Okay. What? What? Oh. I see. These puzzle rooms have me stuck for hours. Not another one. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't fight them. Every time I try to fight them, they get mad and they throw their soda at me. Okay. I did get some meal boost though, and that's all I wanted.
This
I don't know what the point of blowing up the balloons are, but I do it every time. At least there's no reverse
You're
controls.
natural, aren't you? You're a
Oh my
prodigy
goodness, I got a hot flash from that. Oh. Gaga and yeah. Park Bomb is, I love her. She's a national treasure, and by national I mean the internet's treasure. You can thank all my older Asian cousins for raising me on K-pop. I fear I'm one of your
There's an
older Asian
elevator,
cousins
just
now.
like in the lobby.
Now, Nix, because
We
that
should be
was
able to
I
reach
was
our
obsessed with
destination.
2NE1.
But
Park
the
Bomb is a
memory zone
mimetic
up
entity
ahead
like Black Swan.
appears
Maybe
to
they're
be
making
severely
commentary on how
twisted.
like things on the internet.
careful,
No, they're
everyone.
not making internet commentary. That's so, oh my goodness, that is so cringy to say. They're making commentary on the internet. Girl, no. It's dreams. Y'all see how my inner dialogue just kind of just jumps out like that? Anyway, ew. All these unlocks. Wait a minute, I'm feeling famous. What was over there? Okay. Mama, a piece of cake baked a piece of cake to bake a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. I can't fight them anymore because I'm too weak. And that's where we're gonna end. Oh, I got y'all. I got y'all. And that's where we're gonna end. Wait a minute. No, let's do one more. Let's do one more scene.
See? I told you it wasn't.
I
going
need to
be
get
that
a
simple.
teleport.
Where is this?
This door is locked too.
There's no end to this.
Oh,
Let me try.
Spartacus is not a hear me out. She's keeping her eyes closed. She's like searching the room with like a telepathic ability or something. Like every nook and cranny, I can just see her scanning it.
This memory zone is overly twisted. I have to use an
Someone twisted the memory zone.
method. So you two, please give me a little time.
Okay, I'll keep pushing, Nini.
Got it. I can see the core of this dreamscape. And there are members of the family. And some figures trying to find their way forward. It appears that your friends aren't faring too well. 1, 2, 3.
We'll get to the gag moment next.
Wait.
Next stream.
3.
I just want to get to a teleport.
There's
My
a third
boyfriend is
person
currently
seeking the way to the lobby.
packing things and I want to help him.
Wait. It's
But
the girl who was with you.
Firefly?
It eludes me, but there is a known semblance in the memory zone.
The gag cliffhanger.
Mirroring
It'll make the next
essence
stream really
she
good.
radiates. What reason
The next time we
does
do
she
Hoyo
have
stuff.
to delve so deep into the dreamscape? Is she running?
I'll let you know, Umbra.
No. Running away?
Next year.
Something's
No,
right
it's not
behind
next
her.
year.
This is not good. Everyone, we must hurry.
I think Emilo is chasing her. Is there there's not a teleport here, so I guess we'll just stop here. The game will lead us back to this point. Next stream, okay, so we do Honkai Star Rail Friday, Saturday evenings. We called it our Hoyoverse watch party because I do play Genshin too, but we've beat Genshin, so I just play the updates. So this time, we start at 7 p.m. EST, but I've been starting a little bit earlier just this week. Maybe next week. It really depends on what I'm up to. 7 p.m. EST is when our hard start. So this time, Friday, Saturday, if you're interested, because I know we have people in different time zones. So technically, a Calyx here also counts as a teleporter. I mean, we have one nearby. I feel like we can just walk back to it, but Silk Song. What's that, Emily? Let's say bye to the YouTube. You like my Mario Party stuff? Umbra, we'll be doing that again on Tuesday, I think. The Mario Party stuff has been really popping off on the VOD channel. Like it's a really popular stream and a really popular VOD, so I'll definitely keep doing that because I like it. Or you can stay here for the rest of the week. Let's say bye to the YouTube, everybody. Okay, YouTube, thank y'all so much for watching. I know that I got girlies who really like Honkai, so I hope that y'all enjoyed this stream. I know I was running all over the place, up and down walls, but we did finally get past that, hopefully, the most of it. Next Friday, we'll be doing some more Honkai Star Rail, and I hope to see you there. I hope to see you for the Mario Party stuff too. And the rest of the stream days will be dedicated to mostly trying to power through Chibi Robo. I'm really dedicated to finishing that up now that I have a pretty big life change coming up and I don't want too much on my plate during that period of time. So Chibi Robo and Girly Pop Lock is in the works. I don't feel comfortable with all this recent news I'm getting saying anything, but I do think that we'll be able to get it done. It's just a lot of things is in the air. But thank you so much, YouTube girlies. Bye!